Hello, my name is Len. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hopefully you've been following along with the off-road camping trailer build. This will be part 4, which is the walls and the inner frame. Most of the work was done back in the fall of 2019 when I put the walls on, and I didn't record a lot of that. It's just, you know, 1/2-inch micro sienna plywood attached to the floor using lots of PL and lots of screws. Because of how the micro sienna, which is a pressure treated wood, cured over the next few months, over the winter, as it was secured to the floor and the frame. When I then released the frame bolts, the drying or curing of the wood created a bit of a bow. Nothing excessive, but enough that you could see it from looking from the front of the trailer, and it was making it a little difficult to work with that bow. Things weren't lining up the way I hoped. So a few of those flaws are shown in this video, and I'll point them out. So hope you enjoy this video. Try and keep it about 10 minutes long, and then part 5 will be fenders, and part 6 will be rails, or fenders and rails maybe together, depending how long that is. So thanks again for watching. Enjoy. Some of the recent progress with the trailer. It's been a couple months of not doing anything on it. Being out and the summer was very hot, so working inside the tent is extremely hot. So anyhow, so we got walls up, and now building a metal frame inside the wall. 1/8-inch 2x2 angle iron. This will help keep things really nice and square, and also with some of the framing, or the steel framing, it'll help give me a lot more attachment points on the inside for various things, or even bolting through from the outside for various things. So today's just cutting steel, getting it all ready for well. So with my walls having a little bit of a curve to them, it's difference from front end to the back end is about 8.5. Actually it's 10 inches. Yeah, 68 wide here, 58 up at the front of the 8-foot piece of plywood. So I've drawn out a pattern with some spots where I need to bend my 8-foot long piece of 2x2, which is right here. That's going to support the walls up at the top and also help support the roof. That the pop-up roof will support on that. There'll be some other upright braces. So to get my 2x2 to bend, I'm cutting out a couple small V notches. I think there'll be 3, and then scoring it just a touch on the back side. And I should be able to bend it to give me the little bit of curve that I have over that 8-foot length. Okay, so I've made 3 notches. There's one further down there, one here, and another one here. So overall, there's like 4 flat sections along the 8-foot wall, but those 4 also have a curve to them when you add them up to the 8 feet. And you see here it's about 1.5 inches at the most. All these supports across here are holding the top of the walls exactly square, widthwise, as the base is, like down here. So here I've got 63 7/8. That's at the point down here across. I got various markers across, so that's the same up here, 63 7/8 by this brace holding it. So this, with these cuts, you will now see that over the 8-foot section of wall, I will have my curve, if you want to call it a curve, more of a narrowing from back of trailer to front of trailer, or back of the 8-foot section to the front of the 8-foot section. There's still another section up front of about 26 inches, but that's another angle. I think it's 20 degrees towards the front nose. Yeah, so once these are secured in place at the exact spot, what I'll do is I'll put a brace up underneath on both pieces of metal so everything is held to the exact width as the base. Then these will get tack welded and probably a plate put underneath to hold them exactly where they have to be. So you see, we'll get the curve. Here's the inner frame all welded together. You see it up front. I haven't put panels on up there yet. A couple cross supports. The big rusty one you see was just for keeping things square while I welded other stuff together. The two round ones are 1.5 inch outside diameter pipe. From here to the front is 80 inches, and the bed's going to be up above, which leaves this back section of 42 inches open. So when you stand up and the this is all the area. Part of the bed will slide forward to give you more stand-up room on the other side of the pipe. Today what I'm doing is drilling all these holes. They're holding the wood exterior on every 6 inches, and notice they're a bit offset on the 2x2 because when the alu panel Coroplast goes on the exterior skin, I still need room for rivets, which will be about 1 every 3 inches to rivet on the. So today I should get all the paneling bolted on, make sure everything is fitting. Then it all comes off. All the nuts and bolts, about 120 of them, will come out. The frame then will come out. The metal frame will come out because there's some places I have to weld some mounting plates, like approximately 10 inches in from the side. Here is where the actual frame rail is of the trailer. So a plate will go here, which will bolt through onto gussets that are inside the frame rail. There's 4-6 points for that, which will be big lag bolts or big nuts and bolts to bolt the box to the frame. Good morning. Today's June 7th, 2020. Nice warm day here in Barrie, Ontario. Today I'll do an overview of some of the issues I had with part of the build of the fenders and that caused some other issues with the steel framing. Sorry, lots of chickens and turkeys in the background making noise today. So here we go. Let's see what we see in the background. Some of the windows and my side doors are installed. I'll be getting those about part number 6, I think. Pretty close to getting caught up on where I'm at with this in the videos. So in building the frame, I had a few issues with the curve along the wall here because of how I ended up cutting my fender and then starting to shape the trailer more towards a V-nose down here. So the fender at the back side is, let's say 14 inches, but at the front is 12. So I narrowed it by 2 inches, but I should have waited and started the bend here roughly instead of back here. Or I should have kerfed the wood in a few spots. What happened was the wood, as it cured over the winter time, because this is a really heavily saturated months, it had more of a twist to it. Even though it was secured to the metal frame, whenever I unbolted the metal frame, it bowed quite a bit in 2 spots, quite a bit being maybe 2 inches. So to get that to be straight again, we call it straight again because I have sections that I consider straight, like where this window is a straight section. So what I had to do in some of the, where I had those small slots cut for the curve that you see in this video, I've now had to cut 1.5 inch sections out, realign everything side to side so that it's square with the floor, and then put in larger sections. Same with down here. I did another one here. It's a bit smaller, and then on my cross. On my cross beam, I had to cut it and take about a 1/2 inch chunk out to bring the walls back to square. And then I added this large gusset in here. And you can see the welding's a bit messy right now. I'll be cleaning up all my welding and putting on some heavier welds as soon as I move it outside. Then there's another like metal brace across here. Runs the whole length from one end to the other. You can see here it's got a bit of a, this is where that curve sort of starts. The curve sort of starts here and goes to the front. Then at the corners, there's about a 22-degree bend. There's a foot down the bottom there, metal foot. That's where that bolts to the floor, and then also a large bolt just to the right of it. You can see it there by the level. That goes into the frame or gusset. There's another one there in various places. In the front corner, again, you can see more metal structure, more cross beams. This cross beam up here, this one will be coming out. It's just there in support as I was welding other stuff. That'll actually open this area up. The design for some of these side doors, I'll get to that in another video. Okay, here today, 1 year from the date I started on the box build. You know, not every day was working on it. Most of the winter did nothing. Oops, sorry, my thumb was there. So today is also the first day that it is not on any jack stands to keep it supported. It's on both 35-inch tires. Ground clearance is about, I think it's about 18 inches. I didn't actually measure it. I did a tongue weight. I'm at about 180 pounds on the tongue right now, so I'm pretty happy with that. So we'll go down the other side. There might be a bit better light or space. So a quick view inside. You can see the walls are in. There's windows in. Inner metal frame is in. Yeah, lots of tools. Always tools. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share and subscribe. I guess that's how YouTube works. And as you can see in the background here, back door's on. There's actually a lot more work done to it than this video, because we've, during this COVID-19 lockdown, I've had a lot of time to put into it. Okay, thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe, and we'll have part 5 up within a week. Take care. Be safe.